The last one in my wishful thinking category is going to be Taylor Swift's debut album, but Taylor's version. She said in her letter when she announced that she bought back her masters that debut was already done being re-recorded, and she said that it might get its chance to re-emerge when the time is right. As some of you may know, next year marks the 20th anniversary of when that album debuted in 2006. So what better time to release Taylor's version than on the 20th anniversary? So I'm really hoping that we get that next year because debut is a really underrated album in my opinion. I think a lot of people don't give it its flowers because it's so old, and granted, I do think that it could use some revamp on the production and vocals, but I think that that's what we would get with the Taylor's version, and I think in getting that project, it would really allow debut to have a proper moment. So I'm hopeful for that. I would love to have that. And my last category is the maybe category, just artists that I'm just kind of like, maybe we'll get this next year. First on the list is Rachel Chinariri's second album, and I think this purely because her first album came out 2 years ago, and 2 years is normally about the time that it takes for an artist to get into the next album cycle. And I'm a big fan of Rachel Chinariri. I thought the first album was very good, very promising for where she's headed in her career, so I'm excited for the second album. Next on my list is, of course, Beyonce's Renaissance Act 3. I am a big fan of the Renaissance project at large. Renaissance is my favorite, like Act 1. And if Word on the Street is right and Act 3 is going to be a rock album, I am so sad. I will be so sad for it. But Renaissance Act 1 came out in 2022, Act 2 came out last year in 2024, so if that's any indication of when Act 3 will come out, it should be in 2026. So I am excited and I'm anticipating. These are all of the albums I can think of off the top of my head that I'm anticipating coming out next year. I'm sure there are more, but let me know what some of yours are, and when they actually start coming out, of course you can tune back in and we'll be talking about them as the year progresses.